What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the continued updating of our base in Slime Ranchers. My name is Splattercat. Very stoked to have you here today as we set up a couple more chicken farms, and there's a few more things we need doing right now, but I'm going to plant a rooster over here because I like to plant my chickens. I find they grow better if you bury them in earth a little bit, and then for whatever reason, you get chicken plants right after that. It gets taken care of, and we were also nurturing some of these puddle slimes, trying to make sure that nothing goes wrong with them. However, we do need a water source, so until we have one of those, his survival might be a little bit tentative. It might be more difficult than it sounds. However, he's still up and running, so that's good. It looks like we've also got... Where did my water plort go? No! My water dookie's gone. Fine. Since my water dookie has now vanished, this leads me to the very unfortunate fact that we're actually running low on water. So what I need to do right now is we need to feed these carrots to whoever will eat them. Mixing these guys with pink slimes was a pretty good idea. That'll work perfectly fine right there. We've got pogo fruits for some of these guys on this side. So a couple things we want to do today. First, we got to go harvest all of our crops. We're going to swing back around the horn. We're going to feed them to the relevant slimes. We're going to go out. We're going to get some water. We're going to come back and try to make sure the puddle slime has all the things he needs in order to get by. I'm going to get rid of all those pink plorts because I don't need them at all. I like the way that looks. That makes me really, really, really happy for some reason. I like repeating patterns as they fly through the sky. That also helps. If the graph is up, I'm sorry, if the graph is up in the sky, that helps out as well. We also need to go back, and if we have time, we'll probably try to feed a few more things to the random phosphor queen who's in that cave, and we'll see what she does. My guess is that she's probably just going to drop a couple of crates. She's probably not going to drop much, but in the case that she does drop anything special, we'll be able to find out in today's episode, or maybe tomorrow. I don't know if we'll have totally enough time to get all this stuff done. I'm just, roughly planning out the future just in case. We got pogo fruits over here. Yes, please. I will probably plant some of those. Couple more mint mangoes on that side. Mint mangoes taken care of. This should be well on its way to regrowing very, very rapidly. I've noticed that since the patch, all of this stuff, like your farms, they regrow and they seem to be autonomous a little bit more quickly. I don't know if there's actually been any change right there, but it just feels to me as though the growth process is a little bit less sticky. Whereas before, sometimes you had these long periods where you weren't quite sure if they were still growing or if you should reseed or whatever. Now you absolutely know. You'll know pretty quickly whether or not you need to reseed. I don't think that's where that goes. Hold on. You guys, how hungry are you? Super duper hungry? Doesn't really matter much to me because I'm just going to load up the hopper with everything that you need. All those vitamins and minerals. I can't promise that they're all going to get fed. It's kind of difficult to guarantee that. These little guys in there need chickens. They need chickens, so I'll probably pick up chickens while we're out and about. Puddle slime's still looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and start trusting that as long as they stay inside the pond, we should be good. Fill these bad boys on up. Okay, and so now we got nothing that needs veggies anymore. These guys over here will eat whatever, so I'm just going to throw that inside the cage, and hopefully that'll get them fed. It's not their favorite thing to eat, but at least, persuade them to produce. Oh, look at that. Got a whole bunch of chickens in here now. All right, chickens, sorry. The culling is at hand. He comes every day with a vacuum. Every day with a vacuum. A horror story for chicken readers in this month's Reader's Digest. Weirdly, Reader's Digest doesn't have that much to do with digestion. I had some cramping, and so I figured I would swing through and just see if they could help out, but nope, not even a little bit. It didn't even help in the slightest. These guys are looking really, really, really hungry, and so to dissuade rebellion, I'm going to throw some things in there. We're probably going to have to pick up a few more chickens from alternate locations. It looks like they are getting a little bit happier. How many tabby plorts do we have? 24. I don't need the cash right this second. It'll hold tight for now. Those guys over there are going to need a feeding, though, so let's go back out a field. I just gave you knife hands, by the way. You can't see what I'm doing. I don't have a face cam. I don't believe in face cam. I think it detracts from the game. I don't think it really adds much, aside from, well, I think it adds connection to the viewer, but at the same time, meh. My webcam doesn't work. That's the big reason. My webcam does not work for that. It drops frames all the time, which means that I have to resync the video like every 8 seconds, which makes every single video I record into like a 5-hour process of just monotony and tedium. And so anyways, I need to get like, I've seen the one that like Tobuscus has. I've seen the one that some people have where I just need to get like a capture card and like a really, really nice camera that I can mount to the back of my monitor or something like that. That would actually be the optimal way that I think I would organize it, but Haven't gotten around to it lately. It's one of those things that you always tell yourself you're going to do, and then you, like, never do it. It's kind of like going to the dentist. Like, it's hard to volunteer and sign up for going, you know what I mean? Grab a couple of these chickens, because we are definitely going to need them before anything else goes wrong. Frame rate's still a little bit sketchy in this patch. Still a little bit sketchy. I get random drops down to, like, maybe 40 frames per second, and it's not even really on busy maps. I'm not sure what triggers it. I thought that chick was a golden plort for a second. I got really, really excited. I was like, golden plort, come forth to me, golden plort, and report. I got really, really excited. Momentarily. Not like really, really, really excited, but excited enough. Pink plort, get the hell on up and out of here. Ain't nobody needs your punk ass. And then we needed to fill up with water, too, while we were over here. I don't want the pond to dry out because those aqua plorts are very, very, very valuable. I think they're worth like 70 or 80 bucks a pop. And so if I can keep that pond filled up, it'll make our lives a lot easier. Luckily, it doesn't look like they flee or run off anywhere, which makes me super happy. The last thing I feel like dealing with is them running off to God knows where and making me chase them down. So I like the fact that they're a bit more I thought the music changed for a second. I thought they were doing the music that denoted that the tar were in the area, and I don't feel like dealing with tars. Alright. That's good right there. I don't see any further chickens. I think I could probably wrangle one or two more if I was really dedicated to the cause. But let's go ahead and feed the phosphor slime first and see what happens here. Come on, phosphor slime. Oh, we're done. Cool. Turned into a bunch of phosphor slimes. Oh, and there's a slime key. I don't think we need it. I mean, I think we're pretty much good on slime keys for right now. But I do know that we've been running a little bit dry. I want the phosphor slime. Get out of here. Wait, are those ones like... Oh, they bred. Okay. I was going to say, why are they sticking to me right now? I don't like this. Stop sticking to me. Please don't eat that. Oh, he ate the tabby slime already. Alright, never mind. Sometimes we don't get what we want. Hey, there's another chicken, though. Chicken will work. The chicken will work great. Swing back out of the cave. I'm going to hit this map. Actually, I think those are rock chickens. Stony hens or whatever they're called. Stoned hens, basically. Stoned hens, where the demons dwell. That was probably my favorite song from the entire Spinal Tap movie. It's a pretty dope. That was a pretty dope track. It was going. I am the problem with heavy metal. I always talk about how I hate how gimmicky metals become, but every time they wheel out like a bunch of random stuff on stage and have like some kind of performance, I get really, really excited about it. Like, alright, this isn't technically still just playing rock and roll, but I can respect the stagecraft, and honestly, I just can't wait to see what the pyrotechnics are going to look like on this thing. Please don't burn down the building with me inside of it, though. I would prefer not to get crispified today. That happens a lot more frequently than you would think it would. It happens a lot. Now that we have the things that we need in order to get our... I guess, can you crossbreed? What happens if you crossbreed a puddle slime with, say, like a tabby slime or whatever? I'm a little bit interested to find out because... would they be able to leave the puddle? Or are they still stuck in the puddle, but now they can just eat other things as though they were the other slime? It's a very interesting conversation to contemplate, and one that we'll probably play around with once I've got a bigger surplus of... puddle slimes. It did say that they'll disintegrate the moment they touch anything else that is not water. So I'm thinking that's probably a literal translation of what we can expect there. Although I couldn't give you a 100% on it. Alright. Let's see if he's still over here. Oh, they are, and looking happy too. Alright, we'll fill that up. We've got hens. Who hasn't been fed yet? Oh yeah, these guys over here have not been fed. So we'll go ahead and keep them running for a bit. Give them a couple of chickens. Now, if somebody gets greedy and they take more than their share, I suppose that'll probably screw up the metric a little bit. Get all of our feline slimes over here looking kind of, well, only one of them's hungry right now, and one has kind of like a disenfranchised, angry look on his face. I think we've got more than enough roostros on this side. That should be okay, I guess. I think that's looking pretty good, and then they haven't bred at all. They've been up here for a while, too. That makes me worry. These phosphor slimes, however, what is it that phosphor slimes eat? I always forget. Let's take a look here at our Slimepedia. The phosphor slimes. they specifically only eat fruit. So that's going to be not too much of an issue. They like cube berries. I don't have many cube berries, so that's a little bit of a problem. However, I should be able to plant one of these for cube berries. I just got to find a cube berry around. I think there was one down in that bottom cave where we fed the phosphor slime. I got another key, but I'm assuming this key is going to be for the gate that's on the alternate end. The only place that's been updated so far that looks like it's going to have content added is the far gate on the back end of the jungle, because it's got like the key and like the big, I don't know. I was going to say I should have puddle plorts right now. It's kind of hard to grab them without grabbing all the other stuff, but you get what I mean. If I feed you guys water right now, will that do anything for me? Oh, it sounds like it's hurting them. They're saying ow when I hit them with it, and so I think I should probably stop. What are we doing on this side? Oh, they're only worth 66. I was hoping they'd be worth a little bit more. I don't know how quickly the puddle slimes can go through the water over here. But, as I say, that seems to update like randomly. Like sometimes it's empty and then you come back another day and it's got more stuff on it. Figured I would check it just in case. We got a ton of carrots right now and I don't think we have anything to feed them to. I think we're just sitting on top of vegetables at the moment and there's not much else here. Do I have two of the same thing on opposite sides? I do. So in my constant wisdom here, I appear to have filled the silo on both sides with heartbeats. So let's grab those very, very quickly to make sure that we have a heartbeat. Always want to do that when you're hanging out at the hospital. Bring that back around, and I would not hate the idea and the concept of having a full silo of vegetables. We've pretty much gotten every type of slime that there is along the way. I can't wait to go further into the game and get into like a further revision where there's going to be tons and tons and tons of slimes where it's going to become sort of like a Pokemon adventure. For right now, however, we're going to go on a quest for chickens. I'm going to pick up hens every single time that I see them. And then, while we're out here, I think it'd also be wise to pick up, I think I needed to get some cube berries. So if we can manage to drag those along, I think it'll make our lives a little bit easier too. Oh, the pink slime. Okay, pink slimes eat everything. Oh, good. The chickens got stuck over here. I was a little bit worried that the chicken sphincter would not be spitting out chickens right now. There's another one over here. I'm gonna go get him before somebody else does. Perfect. I don't think the chicken's gonna have a problem with that. It means that it gets to live like 38 seconds longer than it would have before. Suppose I'll fill up on water here. I mean, I'm not the chicken savior. Let's not mix up our roles. The chicken is still gonna die. We still gonna kill the chicken no matter what he tries. But, just in case that chicken starts to cry before he dies, I might let it slide if we just throw him into our backpack for like 35 minutes. What's it like inside of our backpack? I always wondered that. Like when the genie is inside of the lamp, can he just shrink him down to like, can he shrink himself down to like microscopic levels? So that it's like basically the biggest, most awesome mansion ever. And then since he's a genie, can't he just like use magic to give himself like a PlayStation or something? A PlayStation and Google Fiber, you know? So that he can interact with the outside world. Being a genie back then seems a lot worse than being a genie now when you could just conjure up a whole bunch of freebie shit for yourself to do for thousands of years. In fact, I'd be like, I hope nobody ever summons me. Let's just keep it like it is. Keep it like it is. You guys are kind of being dicks right now. I hope you know that. And when people are mean to me, I tend to shoot them into the lake. Yeah, how you like that? How you like me now? Shanana. Uh-huh. You thought I wasn't going to fight, but I'm fighting. I will fight every one of you. Can you tame them, maybe? Ow. Did that one bite me? I'm a little shady in there, man. Biting fools. That one seemed like it was happy, but I'm going to get that one. And then that one. And death to all angry slimes. The only slimes that we allow around here are the ones that are in a good mood. If you were a slime who was in an otherwise terrible mood, you are no longer welcome. We will send you packing, my friend. We will send you packing. Since I need to grow Q-berries, let's jump up in here. And that should allow me with some limited possibility. No! Alright, this is just ridiculous. Where are my puddle slimes at? Oh, man. Alpha, why you do these things to me? Why you do these things to me, Alpha? I think what happens is they try to get out or something, and then, or they like touch the edge, and it counts as them touching something other than water, and so they despawn. I'm thinking the puddle slimes might not be fully implemented just yet. Like, they're in the game, quote unquote, but they're not actually in the game as like a critter like the pink slime is, where it functions basically the way that you expect it to. I'll feed you guys in just a minute, but I need you to hang tight. I am really, really disappointed about this lack of slime thing that we got going on. Maybe the chickens need some... No, there's a couple of little peeblets over there. There he is. I'll call them peeblets. I know they're called chickadoos, but I'm going to call them peeblets from now on. Oh, yeah, they're growing up. All right. It's not too bad. We got some things going on. I'm going to use these to feed probably the cats just to keep them a little bit happier. And then we'll go ahead and harvest all of our cash. We'll see what kind of ducats we can end up with for the day. You, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to spread them around a little bit because that's the only way to guarantee that everybody gets fed. With our tabby plorts, we've got 34 of them chilling in there right now. On this side, we got 12 and 12. I need to find fruit of some kind. Yeah, I think the mint mangoes will work. I mean, it's not their favorite thing, but it'll have to do for right now, I guess. I think this is fairly solid. They should be really, really hungry. It's been like 4 or 5 days since I fed them last. So they should be downright voracious at this point. I'll probably throw a couple more cubes in there. And other than that, it looks like the crops are coming in. Everything's looking super swell. I don't know what there is to aspire to now. Like, we're done with everything. We have finished off and completed every aspect of the gameplay at this point. And I don't really know how much further to take this. That being said... let me know what you think down below. I mean, I would have no problem... let's see here. What have we not worked on? So if we have 3 different veggie gardens on our ranch at the same time, we get salad bar. If we earn over 100,000 new bucks, we'll be solid. Up all night, so we stay away from 6 a.m. I've done that before. Be knocked out before 10 a.m. I'm glad they didn't go with a mama said joke right there. While you're away, return to the ranch after more than 24 hours. I don't see a whole lot of reasons for me to be gone for that long, right? The quarry's not implemented yet. Neither is the glass desert, so I don't think those count. We burst a Gordo slime. I don't remember doing that one. Incinerate an elder chicken. We don't have an incinerator, so that one would actually be pretty easy. Bursting at the seams. Completely fill a fully upgraded silo. Okay, that might work out. Free ranging 50 plorts on a range in a single day. That one's actually pretty easy. I was going to say, not easier said than done, easier done than said, probably. Since the game seems to automate the whole thing for you. Ow. I've been blowed up. And now that we can hold 50 of these, I'm going to wait until the prices are looking super solid. Then we'll take them back over to the market. We're about to hit, I think they're about to shift everything over at 24 hours, so we might want to wait and see if we can get paid out a little bit better before we try anything further. Let's grab everything we can out of each one of these, though. So we got 10 on this side. Yeah, I was going to say, we should be able to get the boom plorts, no problem. Our inventory's not full. Should be fine. We've got 38 honey plorts. We're about to make a stack of cash for realsies. I'll go up in there and I'll grab all the extras, too. I like the little noises they make. They seem like they're in a pretty good mood. Oh. Well, there you go. It just sucked them all up for me. That's going to give us 47 honey plorts. Good. Let's go ahead and drop those in there. Don't you love the sound of cash accruing? I don't think the boom plorts are a wise idea right now, so I'll probably leave those alone. However, the tabby plorts are selling at a ridiculous premium right now. So we're going to go all in on that. I'm going to try and upgrade as many of my farms as I can on the other map while we're still, you know, here. I don't know if it's going to work. You, sir, are not supposed to be here. What are you doing here? This is a no pink slime zone. I'm going to send you off that way. Ah, I didn't make it. I was hoping I'd make the shot over the edge and he'd get annihilated, but oh well. Couple more heartbeats on this side. It looks like I've gone all in on that one. This one, however, we have not gotten it done. So let's go ahead and finalize that. Grab all of our lovely minty mangoes. I'll probably grab the chickens from over here too. I would say that you should buy this zone first. This one seems to have a lot more to offer compared to the cave. The cave is alright just because it provides them with like a nocturnal setting, I guess. But I think this is probably the much better zone that you should purchase for yourself first. If you're just looking to like expand your land and get your hands on a few plots that you can put things into, it comes with tons of free carrots. It comes with tons of free chickens. And that by itself is something that you can't really pay for. Let's get these finished off. Perfect. I don't really know what to do with the rest of my time here because we've done everything. I may let this one sit for a bit and cook and maybe get a few more updates. I think we've done the best that we can to show off everything that the game has available, aside from getting a gold slime, which they spawn randomly out of bushes and stuff while you're walking around. I don't know how else to get this finished off. And so I would walk, if you're trying to get a gold slime, I would walk around at night and just walk through bushes and stuff, and occasionally they'll pop out. I've got a full inventory right now, though, so it might be difficult to get my hands on one. They do despawn. They do kind of like a cactuar deal where they try to run away, or what would be like a, I guess, a loot goblin type deal where when you see them, they take off running and then they despawn. And so you got to be on it if you want to get yourself a gold slime. However, I've only seen the two. Their spawn rate seems to be exceptionally slim, and that's fine because if you look at the plort market there, plorts are worth an insane amount of money. And so I think you get almost $1,000 for one of those plorts. Aside from that, leave me some comments down below about what you want to do with the series. We've pretty much finished off the majority of what I would say is the game. I'll see y'all next time. This is Slime Rancher. Hi-do, everybody.